and girls in Newcastle, Dr. Butchie with a special Curious George story. Curious George colors eggs. It's a story about mixing colors. And if you remember, we've talked about this many times. Our three primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. From those three colors, we get all the other colors in the crayon box and colors from everything from the rainbows to clothes to everything. So those three important colors, what Curious George is going to focus on here. George was excited. He was spending the day with Betsy and Steve. They were going to dye eggs. There would be an egg hunt later. The man with the yellow hat gave George an apron. I'm leaving for my bird watching trip with Chef Pischetti. Please try to stay clean while I'm gone, he said. And when my niece was little, that's what she called spaghetti, Pischetti. Steve showed George 3 pots of dye. One was red, one was blue, and one was yellow. These are called primary colors, Steve said. You can make every color in the rainbow, just mixing them in different ways. George was very curious. Steve dipped an egg in the yellow dye. Then Steve dipped the egg in the blue dye, and the egg turned green. George had an idea. He dipped a banana in blue dye, then he dipped it in the red dye. George made the banana turn blue and red, purple. Charky was curious too. She wanted to see the purple banana up close. She chased after George. As they ran, Charky bumped the tables. One started to roll. It knocked down a mop. The mop bumped a shelf, and the cake on the shelf started to fall. George jumped, losing his apron, but he saved the cake. It was very heavy, and his feet started to slip. Oh no, George, Steve cried. He and Betsy grabbed the cake, but George fell into the pot. You were supposed to stay clean, said Betsy. But George had another idea. If red and blue made purple, could he mix the right colors to make brown? George jumped into the red dye, but yellow and red made orange, not brown. George and his friends heard footsteps in the hall. Quick, hide, Steve said. George jumped into the sink. How was the egg dyeing? The man with the yellow hat asked. And where's George? Asked Chef Pischetti. George popped up from the sink. Thanks for staying clean, said his friend. George had picked the perfect hiding place. So when he jumped in the sink, he immediately got a bath. That's just a short story about coloring, mixing colors, coloring eggs, because I know a lot of folks do that around this time of year. So if you have a grown-up's permission and you want to take a chance and mix some colors, give it a try. See what you come up with. Till next time. Bye.